All right. Hey, good morning, everyone. Well, we'll go ahead and get started today with our broker agent mastermind. Good to have everyone here today. And before I talk about Canva, I want to review what we talked about last week. Last week, we talked about how to build a $1 million brand. And we talked about your brand is the way that you present yourself in the community. It has to do with the mental image that comes to people's minds when they hear your name or the name of your business. Your brand is the story you're writing that makes people want to join in and be a part of your story. That's one of my favorite ways to describe what your brand is. Your brand is a persuasive force that makes people want to do business with you. It's your vibe, your professionalism, your personality, your competence, your overall impression that you leave in the community. So then the question comes up, how do you build that brand? And we talked last week, if you didn't see it, you can catch the video, but we talked about you have to pay close attention to the details of your business. You actually do have to sweat the small stuff, regardless of what that one book said a couple decades ago. Do everything with the highest level of excellence. And that's how Canva comes in, because I believe if you learn how to use tools like this, it can really teach you on how to do things with excellence. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. Develop your visual image to the highest levels. Look good in print and digital media, on video, and we talked about the fake it until you make it. Just do it. Work to exude kindness and professionalism in your online presence. Craft an excellent digital footprint. Learn tools that will help you communicate your brand. And again, that's why we're talking about Canva today. Work to be consistent with our Plum Tree brand. So what I'd like you to do, if you haven't done this yet, is sign up for a free 30-day trial of Canva. And when you do that, you're going to have to input a credit card, so you can't make a fake account, and they will bill you after the first 30 days. So if you decide you don't like the software, just kill the subscription, no big deal. But I believe it'll be worth the money to sign up for that. It's not very expensive. I actually don't have the pricing in front of me, but I believe it's around $10 per month. I don't know, Abby, if you know more detail about that, but I think it's about $10 a month, maybe 15.
I
But
do
the
have the pricing.
what do you know about the
It
pricing?
is, let's see, for Canva Pro, it's 120 per year. So it'd be about $10 a month.
Okay, so that works out, and that's Canva Pro. That gives you all the bells and whistles, gives you a brand kit, which means you can upload your logo and your colors and everything into the software, and then it makes it much easier for you to create graphics based on your branding. So, and it's definitely worth getting in just to poke around and see what you can do. Now, I'll show you around a little bit. I'm not great on Canva. Abby is one of our designers, and she happens to be great on Canva. And Erica is great. Erica Beatty, I don't know if she's in the room yet. I think she's headed this way, but she'll be also showing a little bit of what she does. And I actually a did a post a few weeks ago. I said, "Where are my Canva junkies?" And several of our agents posted things that they had created on Canva. So here's a few examples that were submitted. Let me see. Here's Javaria posted this. She's got that going on Canva. Michelle Eldridge using Canva. And then we've got, um, oh gosh, um, who was that? I didn't see. Oh, that's Karen. Oh, gosh. Okay. Karen doing a great job there with social media, using Canva. She uses it all the time. Sarah Rose, she's got a great example. She's been using it. Sarah is definitely pushing it on social media, getting the word out about things that she can do. Michelle, another one. Michelle has another, it looks like a video, uh, several examples of things that she did. Ashley Rentrop. Ashley's doing some great stuff. I've seen a lot of her stuff on social media, but this is just some examples of things that she's created. Erica, let me see. I think I might be able to play that video. So this is an example of a video that she created, and just really great that you can actually create videos in Canva. Here's another graphic that Erica created, and she's cranking this stuff out all the time. And notice she has a cutout of herself dropped in there. She's got the logo reversed out and transparent. So it's white and it's transparent. So it's not a box around this. You can see the letters right on the graphic background, which is very nice. We see here's where am I at? Um, Looks like, is this Bob Grooms? Yeah, Bob Grooms. Jennifer has been also doing a great job. I think Bob posted this, but I'm pretty sure Jennifer is doing their design work for them, doing a great job. Another one, Kelly Little, and again, she's got the reversed out logo. It's transparent, so you can see the background. And so lots of the nice thing about this is you can start cranking out lots of graphics instead of just waiting for once a week or once a month, for some thing to come through Abby that she posts out there. You can be cranking your own stuff out every week, several times a week. Svetlana does a really great job with, and I love the background colors that she's using, and everything is terrific. She's doing a great job killing it. And she does a lot of co-branding. Many of you do co-branding, but Cincy Homes by Svetlana is her brand, and she's co-branding it really well with Plum Tree. Another one, Brandon Stamper, doing a lot with Canva, doing a great job. So I think we have others in there, but that's kind of a quick overview of what some of our agents are doing. But let me just show you what it looks like to poke around on their screen a little bit. So you'll log in the first time you start setting up an account. It's going to say, okay, so what are you doing with this? And you'll fill out, answer a few questions. Are you doing this for personal? Are you doing it for building a brand? Are you using it for marketing? Are you using it for building a business? So I just put, well, yeah, I'm building a business because it gives me lots of recommendations for building that business. And then, so when I come to my board, you can see you can create flyers, you can do Instagram posts, you can do documents. If, say you want to do a listing presentation, you can create documents through there. You can create a whiteboard. I have no idea what that is, but it appears to be a thing, a whiteboard. Maybe if some of you know what that is, you can tell me. Presentation. So you can create a Canva presentation, maybe of your listing appointment, and send it to your client, and they can open it up electronically. Social media, video. I love you can actually do video editing on Canva now. So you can actually add your logo and lots of great things to your video and do lots of cuts and things. You can create a website. You can create animations. If you just want to resize graphics, you can do that here. If you have like a picture of yourself and you want to remove the background, this is a great way to do that. So lots of things you can do. But I'm going to just show you basically what I would do. Actually, one of the things you can do it for ideas is do a search. And you can do a search. These are some searches that I've done. You can do a search on flyers, Instagram, posts, business cards. But if you just type in the category of real estate, do you see all these ideas that they give you for like flyers? There's graphics for promoting yourself as a real estate agent. They have just so many things that you can do that are really excellent. These different graphics. That's just those ideas. But you can also you can go back basically. Let's just say you want to create an Instagram post, and so I can start out. It gives me this little template here, and it gives me all these different sample designs, and I can come up. I can use some of these designs that they already have, but I might say, well, I really want it to do with real estate. So let me see what their templates for real estate look like. So so this shows right there, I can create an Instagram graphic. Like if I get a new listing, I can use this graphic for just listed. And then I can put the picture of the house that I'm listing right there. I can swap it right out. You can do for sale graphics, just so much that you can do. Lots of great design templates. And you just basically swap out the pictures and you can re-edit the text, and it really is a nice touch. So many templates. It's just thousands and thousands of templates that you can choose from. So, um, so that's if you have want to do an Instagram post. If you want to do a flyer, let's say you want to do a property flyer. So again, I would do real estate. So let's just say you want to do a property flyer. If you have an open house and you want to have really nice flyers at the house. I mean, these designs are so nice, just really excellent. So you can um, take this. So let's just I'll play around with this a little bit. I'm not great with Canva. It takes me a little while, but I'll struggle in front of you here so you can see. So I would get rid of that. That's not me. So I'll get rid of that. Get rid of this. Let me see. On my desktop, I have Canva. I have a bunch of my graphics that I've pulled together for this. So I have a transparent logo. I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to come back into Canva and I'm going to paste it. So this is our logo. Uh, so I'm going to drop our logo in there. I won't mess with these right now, but it's very easy. If you want to get rid of the pictures, you can get rid of them. I don't think I have house pictures, but I do have a picture of me. So let's say I'm going to copy that and I want to bring that picture of me in there. So I can bring that down. I can resize that, put that down here. I can move this around up here, or I can delete it. Maybe I just want to say get in touch, and here I am. So it's so easy to drop photos in there. So let's say I want to knock the background out of that photo. So background remover. So it's going to take the background out of that photo, and there it is. So, so then I can enlarge that. I can move that around. I can have, however you want to do it. And then I can move it back the layer. So let's say I'm going to send backwards, send it backwards again. There's several layers to send. Now my little screen of people is where there's so send backward. So anyways, it takes a little bit of time to play around with it, but you can really design nice flyers. So, but just so many options for design, so many options for your social media for branding. And sometimes, agents have come and said, hey, just for example, awards graphics. We're getting ready to crank out awards graphics, and we do annual awards for our agents, and we're getting ready to crank these out. And some agents would like, monthly awards and all. And we don't do that. Maybe someday we will, but it's we don't create awards graphics every month like some brokerages do because it's a little bit different focus. And what we recommend, rather than being listed on a graphic with 10 other agents as an award, top 10 agents this month, rather than being listed on a list of other people who have also received the award, and they might actually pick one of those other people. we encourage you to create your own types of awards. So in other words, if you get a closing, you can say, hey, I just had a closing this week. That's an award. You just actually helped people accomplish something great. Anytime you have some success, create a graphic, promote it. That's just like a trophy. And if you're out there working, you can create these graphics every week of something that you're doing. So this Canva can help you in that journey. And I know a little bit about Canva, but from this, Abby helps me a lot, and I've seen a lot of you do things. So I think at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Abby and say, Abby, show us what it looks like when you create a graphic. How are you using Canva? Show us how some of that looks. I think you have the ability to share your screen.
Sure. Good morning. I'm Abby. So Canva is really great for using anything social media to video editing to print design. So I want to go ahead and share my screen. Yeah, this is some of the different pricing. Something that I do love about Canva is you can do everything in the free version and then choose to buy the pro plan. Like you can create a bunch of graphics and then buy the pro plan for like a month and then download all the graphics that you created with the free plan and then just like cancel it after like a month and then maybe wait a couple months and then do that again every couple months. Something that I like to do when I'm making social media posts is I'll typically do a square design. That way I know that it fits with Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. It can make it very like versatile to do square, but you can obviously do any design you want. In the top left here is also a way to create a new design, and they'll show you some of the same just options. So I'll go ahead with this for now. Starting out here, you can look at some of the templates but yeah, so the elements, here you can find different shapes, different frames to put pictures in. You can find different lines. You can look back in your recently used. There's all kinds of like different cool, just little lines and elements. You can choose these, rotate them by just dragging right here, resizing the shapes by dragging on the corner. You can change the colors for a lot of the shapes. You can choose like different money signs for business. Social media, you can do different little, let's see, you can add a little like Instagram like in the corner. It's really, there's almost anything you can think of, you'll be able to find as a little like element here. So then text, you can add a text box by clicking here. I'll show you a little bit about the brand kit in a second because that's just a really easy tool that can speed up your designing process. So for now, I'll just put this in. So if it's really small, you can just resize it by dragging the corner again. You can change the spacing. So up at the top, you can change the alignment. Hold on. Super easy. You can also make it in bold, not bold, italicized, change the color of the font as well. You can make it into all caps. So here's one of my favorite parts of Canva that makes it really easy. You can upload stuff to your brand kit. This will show up blank if you haven't imported anything, but it's really simple to upload a little logo that of your choosing. You can put in a transparent one, and then it will always show up. You don't have to re-upload it every single time that you're in Canva. So you can just come over here super quick, click it, drag, put it wherever you want. And you can also choose a color scheme. To add a new color, these are some of the brand colors that we have. To upload or to add a new color, you just type in the number for it here, which we have on our marketing materials page of our agent business center website, but also if you text me, I can get you the numbers to the colors. So basically, the plum colors, the navy colors that we use. I can get you all of that. So,
By the
um,
way, one little footnote, the plum color, we like to use that with the plum, and it doesn't end up being a very good background color. I see a lot of people, they want to do everything plum colored, and it's such a strong uh, color. It's like having it's like it kind of overrides and looks a little bit overbearing sometimes. So we recommend just using the plum in the plum and then use other colors. It's just kind of an accent color. It's like you don't want to have a sandwich that's just buried in mustard. You you want a hint of mustard or mayonnaise or whatever it is. And so, but the navy blue, like white, makes a great contrast with our regular logo, and then navy blue also makes a very nice color complement with our logo colors. So, sorry, Abby, go ahead.
yeah, that's great. So you can also add some fonts that you like. So some ones that we have typically used are Gotham. As you add the little phrase, you can in the font, you can also add a little like catchphrase if you want to use something like repeatedly. So that's super helpful. Uploads, just different pictures that you've imported. So you can, as he was showing you earlier, you can do background remover. It's super simple. You can also resize the photo this way. You can drag these edges and it'll crop the photo. Something that I really love, if you go up here to click edit, you can go and add different effects to the image. So duotone is a really fun one. And you can add your own colors to the duotone to change how it appears. And so that can just help it add a lot to the design. Yeah, so those are some of the main things. I would also say for photos and stuff, you can change transparency. So go up here to where it has the little grid and you can just drag it and change it. So sometimes with some of these elements, they'll show up real dark. There'll be a real dark gradient that you've used, but you can kind of make it a little more subtle by just changing that. And then a really easy way to change the order of the layers. So like if the picture is behind and say I want it in front of the text, just a really simple way is to click position, and then you can click forward or backward to just change the position for that. And then if you have any more questions on creating a design or you get stuck creating a design, feel free to text me. And also, there's a tutorials page on the Canva website which just shows a bunch of different tips for designing, and that can be really helpful too.
Abby does a lot of stuff. Like she's actually good at design, so she can just design stuff on a white background. I always go for the templates, and basically I'm just faking it until I make it. As a designer, I'll look at other people's templates and just put my words in there, and it's another good way to do it. So, thank you, Abby, for sharing that. Much better than my content. But I know Erica is also amazing on on Canva and social media. And I asked her if she'd show us a little bit about how you do a graphic. What do you think, Erica? Can you show us?
Abby, I just learned so much from Abby. I just realized I've been doing the kind of like the Chris version, just going templates. And then I learned about the brand part. I've been repeating myself, typing my information or things that I repeat on my flyers. I had no idea you could put as a brand and just kind of like a sticker kind of thing. So thank you, Abby. Mine is, see, let me see how I can share. So this is my Canva account. I definitely started with the free version for a long, long time. And I was just doing the flyers or any kind of Canva template that's already provided for you. And then I started realizing that I really, really like the ones with the crown. Those are the pro accounts. So I ended up buying the subscription, which is I think it's the 120 a year. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's way better templates, I think, in my opinion. But definitely you can still do so much with the free version. The type of templates I do, let me see. I do a lot of repeated ones, like for example, the ones that are, open house or pending under contract ones. I tend to use the same ones. I even use it for personal stuff. You can see my Valentine's stuff here. Um, I use it for everything, honestly. This is my little outro video that he was showing earlier. Um, so sometimes I do videos in Spanish and English, and then I just add that at the end of my video, just to make it like a cute little outro and has my information and all that. Make it look a little more professional, honestly. You can do intro videos. Another project that I did. I just did this one the other day. This was just a very simple one. Actually, I used another one that I already created. I just edited the first page really, and I just added this photo that I found online. And then just added my information at the bottom. But I can show you, I guess, a template, like if you want to do the super basic one. I'll just click here and then I'll put real estate flyer. Canva templates. And then, for example, we can do this one if we want. You click on it, you put customize. And then I already have a bunch of photos already uploaded. I'm going to use just an example of a photo that pictures of another house. So this is a townhouse. Actually, Bernie was selling and I do some of his templates. And then you just click more photos, you add to it, super easy, just like this. Let's do another one.
You're basically dragging and dropping those, is
Dragging
that
it,
right?
yeah, that's all I'm doing. Yeah. Picture, I have a bunch of pictures already of myself probably down here. I'm telling you, I use a lot of personal and business. I love Canva.
Yeah.
Let's see. I even do some like with the lender, like I'll do a combo, like if me and the lender are doing something like a seminar or something like that, I'll do a seminar flyer. Um, I've did Chris one before. Look, here you go.
Mm, mm.
Here's one. Yeah, so you can, do have
Ah,
I did it
wondered
double.
how you did that.
I'm gonna delete that. Delete. And this part is what I was trying to explain on the messenger thing here on Zoom. So the way I do my photos cut out, you can do it with Canva, like Abby explained it. And then there's another way, like if you're just doing on your phone, if you have an iPhone, iPhones can do it. Like if you just go to your photos on iPhone and you just press on yourself, it kind of already cuts out as a sticker and you save that and then you can email it to yourself. So sometimes I have a bunch on my phone already saved like that that I can just because I have Canva on my phone. So sometimes I do the designs on my phone or if I'm like in the middle of something or I'm not home or my computer. So Canva is really easy to even do something quick through the phone, especially if you already have a template already made and all you need to do is switch the photos and maybe like make it a little different. Maybe you can change the color of the background just to make it seem like you did something else this time, That's all I do. And then I change the fonts if I wanted to. But videos is almost the same thing. You just want to go to where would you go? Design. Create new design. Let me save this one first. See, I'm not a pro like Abby. Where do I go?
If it were me, I would go to the home screen and then I would look for see if it
Yeah,
does.
there you go. Yeah, I was like, where is this little screen? Okay. So
And
here's
then there's
video
a video
too.
thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then there's a lot of, you just type real estate and then there's some real estate template videos as well. There's business cards. You can create your own business cards. I know Plum Tree does that for you as well, but if you want to do something else, you can. Postcards. Where is the video? Oh, here it is. Real estate video.
There you
Found
go.
it. It was all the way at the bottom. So here's
Oh,
some
that's cool.
example. Yeah, this one's a cool one. So you can just switch out photo. See, and that's the thing. I need to add my most popular photos and stuff to the brand. I never use that little brand box. But usually with the logo, I just search logo and my logos will appear here that I've done before. Here's the transparent one. But
And it has a record yourself button I saw there. So you could actually say a couple words apparently and pull that in as a video as a part
oh,
of your
yep.
message.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
So here's my recent photos. I did a photo shoot that way I can do different photos on my Canva stuff.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So yeah, so I have a for sale one, an open house, one with my info. Bernie and I do a lot of things together. So we did a photo together. That way I can do a lot of marketing for both of us. We can use this one. Open. And it will upload any photo you want here. And then once it's done, you just drag it. But yeah, I mean, any questions? I don't feel like Abby will answer better than I can.
Well, that's excellent. But does anyone have any questions for Erica or Abby or anyone or comments? Or maybe you've used Canva in a different way and you have other thoughts or ideas or suggestions.
So yeah, good conversation going on here in the notes though. I shared a link where you can get those transparent backgrounds or transparent logos on the Plum Tree website. So that looked really good where you had the white lettering and the light gray background on that last design you had, Erica, using that transparent logo. It's a really nice effect. You can do a lot with that. We were talking about background removal. I found you can do that on the iPhone. I found it's a little bit more accurate on Canva. So if you have sometimes you have a background that's a little tricky where there's a tree or a leaf or something that just won't, it's sticking out of your head or something. It just doesn't look right when you remove the background on your phone. Try it in Canva. It's a little bit more accurate and you may get a better result, although the iPhone does a great job with it too. But if you ever have a challenge there, that's something I've noticed. It's a great place to build and publish a website too. You can have, if you have a URL with like GoDaddy, you can have it seamlessly point to your Canva website. And that's pretty good too.
That's pretty cool. Have you done a website with Canva, Scott?
Yes.
Wow. Maybe that'll be our next
Yeah.
tutorial. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
my
that's great.
website is on Canva. I made it like if you're familiar with a link tree, a link tree is used where you can just link to several sites. It's a very simple website. My website is a link tree format, but since I did it in Canva, I'm already paying for Canva. Now I don't have to pay for Linktree.
That's really good. Any other questions, comments before we disband?
Hi, Chris.
I think
Yes, I hear a little voice out there somewhere.
It's Paula. I'm in a car, so I'm like trying to
Paula.
be kind of quiet.
Yeah, Paula crushes it with Canva. You should definitely look at her social media.
Yeah, thank you very much. I actually use Canva, and I use Adobe Express because I have that membership.
Okay.
But I wanted to tell you that one of the things I do with the websites for Canva, because Adobe Express doesn't have this option, is you can make a house website for your listings. So
I think it was breaking up, or at least my brain broke up. You can do what with? Could you say that again? What you're able to do?
Yeah, you can make a website for your listings. So
Oh, okay.
For the listing appointment, especially if it's somebody who's like impressed by tech, I have a example website that I've made, and you can use it for your listings to say, I'll make one for your house as well. So I'll put it in the comments if anyone's interested.
Yeah.
But I think it's a really cool feature, and I just wanted to bring that up.
Boy, I like that. Thanks for sharing that. That's a great idea. A great thing to bring up at a listing appointment for sure. All right, that's awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Any other thoughts or comments, questions, or any other examples of maybe how you've used Canva in
I
your
think that's
business?
kind of cool is the things you design you can have printed, like postcards and things like that, and the cost is pretty reasonable.
And when you say printed, you can actually print it through Canva, right?
Yeah, they'll print it, and then they'll box it up and ship it to you. I'm not aware of,
Wow.
like, let's say I use the example of a postcard. I'm not aware of them mailing them for you. They don't do that, at least that I've ever found. But if you want, let's say door hangers or something like that, something that's going to be print media, you can have them printed and sent to you. And one thing that I like is they don't really penalize you for a small batch, where some of the, like, I've used other online, you upload your design, they print it for you. If you're doing a small batch, it gets pretty expensive. Canva, you're not penalized on the small batches. You do get a discount if you do a huge batch, but the small batches are still pretty reasonable. That way, if you want to print something, maybe tweak it a little bit, or if you're just doing a flyer for a particular listing and you don't need hundreds of them, you just need 50 or something like that, you can print those through Canva and it's reasonable.
Oh, that's great. Love that. Well, if that's all, we'll go ahead and let you guys go. Thanks for tuning in. Glad to have a great group here today. And I see so much creativity out in our social media. Our agents are doing amazing things with design and stuff. So hopefully, if you haven't dipped your toes in the Canva waters yet, now's a good time to do it. Try it out and keep building your brand. So with that, we'll let you go. Have a great week. Go make some money.
Thank you, Chris.